outplays, I feel like it can work. And Nongshim, you know, while they haven't necessarily proven themselves just yet, this might be the first game where they do so. DRX certainly could try to essentially neutralize that idea and try to nullify it and just, you know, play safe, scale up, and eventually win the game after 30 minutes. Could definitely be a big win con for them. And straight in your face, let's see what happens here as we jump into the Rift for game number 1. Take a look at Krako's pathing as well. There's the bottom side of his jungle. And guess what? He's looking for as much priority around his bottom lane as possible. He's going to put a ward in. He's going to put a sapling in. He's going to put his body right in front of Sylvie, who is going to get a massive chunk off. I'm not sure if he can actually get the kill here, as Krako maybe thought he could heal off of that auto. Not quite the case. The flash comes in as now the Twisted advance. Sylvie is going to pick up first blood, as Krako did not respect the damage out of level 3 Elise with the red buff. He's going for the double. The Fiesta will come in and steal it, but that's totally fine as Nongshim take 2 kills early.
As they should. Nongshim playing by the book, just getting prio in the bot side of the map, getting themselves on vision even the first Drake, because they know there's nothing that DRX can do.
Yeah, it's free. It will be a free Mountain Drake that does go over to Nongshim. Sylvie will be able to clear out the ward as well, as not sure about taking this fight, but they really wanted to protect that Tri-Brush and try to survive against the Elise, essentially. DRX are not going to have very much priority to do much on the map at all.
It really is, because often... Oh, no.
Yeah, okay, he is going to flash away. As Elise can just do this. Just going to go up into the air. As Fiesta's like, wait, why are you still here? You don't have flash. As he goes under the turret, and actually, Fate is going to survive. Fiesta kind of missing some stuff. As now the sapling, is he good enough? No, over the wall he goes! And Krako does not follow. Oh, there's another sapling there. No, he's fine. Krako's like, wait, how did you get out of here? As, doing a good job there. Fate does not have flash, but he is Azir. Krako nearby. Doesn't look like Fiesta's going to go in there. This bottom lane still very aggressively trading back and forth. As we do have this Infernal Drake coming up now in 10 seconds. Looks like they're going to try to use this Rift Herald. Let's see if they stick around to try to give some of this gold over to Fiesta. Looks like that will be the play. Could have tried to wait a little bit and then just use that to try to get a little bit more priority on the Drake, but might still be able to do so anyway, as in goes Fate this time, and no escape now for Fiesta, but he's got an ultimate. He'll trade it with Fate at this time.
Do note that DRX can't actually hard contest this Drake because they are down a member and Rascal just TP'd the top lane. So everything that DRX is doing right now is mainly to stall. They had a lot of saplings set up, it had a lot of vision. So in their ideal situation, they're delaying this Drake for as much as they can, giving the opportunity to Rascal to pump some gold back into his pockets, try to get as much out of the cross map as possible. And worked out okay, as it is another Cloud. Is Dog
Here we go. Ults are popped, and Vital's in a little bit of trouble. He's going to have to flash away, but you cannot get away from the Zeri and the Yuumi. And, okay, they're just going to throw out another Cocoon as the flash comes in, and they did not respect Krako, even though they saw him. Vital gets really, really low, and Sylvie considers trying to go in for that one. He's got a ward to hop to behind him, as now Fate also on the same ward. They can see all of this, Ken Nongshim. And it looks like now they will learn their lesson and maybe just back away.
Well-measured, slow-paced attempts to retake this game, as here we go.
Yeah, Dundon's like, guys, we should be fighting this one, or not Dundon, rather Fiesta. He is going to teleport in. That's the smite to Sylvie as the fight is going in, and Fiesta's getting in that back line. He's got a Croc with him. And this is just so much backline dive that DRX cannot get away from. And Fiesta is just hitting every single skill shot, as now it's only Fate and a cat. And they are not going to be feeling too happy about their situation. 3 kills to the side of Nongshim.
There, to me, is still a very likely chance that it ends up being DRX winning this game. But this is not how you want to do it as Krako.
After all this, and this poor tree, man. I mean, this is very unfortunate for Krako this game so far, as he is just kind of being bullied. That's going to be a essentially free kill eventually. Okay, they finally cut down that tree. As Fiesta now on a 3-kill streak. He's got a stopwatch as well that he did not even have to use in the last fight. They already took the first couple of Drakes. They're going to get a Cloud Drake now. They're one away from Cloud Soul. As, yes, we can continue looking at the top side, and yes, Rascal is doing a decent job even down a level.
You can take them down. So far ahead of the curve are all their carries on the top side of the map, and yeah, Vital wasn't in the best of spots, but he's still, as you pointed out, already 2 items, as his boots finished as well, and DRX.
Well, they might take out the Renekton. It looks like they will, as even Exhaust is going to be used. And by the way, there were 3 people bought, so it's 20 minutes into the game. Let's just do the Baron. As now, guess what? Casante's gone. They have double teleport. They're going to get 5 people here, and now it's only against 2. Still, it's very early on. Can they actually get enough damage into this as the Twisted Advance is coming in here? Maokai Ultimate will be popped, and Fiesta just trying to zone them away. Already down to 4,000 health as the vision is coming in. And the zap over the wall. The smite should be good, and there it is. It will go the way, but can they get away from this Zeri Yuumi is really the question. As Nongshim, they take down the huge objective. It looks like they're only going to lose Dun Dun. So it actually turns out to be pretty nice.
Huge win here for Nongshim. But we do.
What don't they know, Chronicler?
Well, he was there, okay? He was
There's
waiting.
no Croc in the bush. Okay. They had vision of Sylvie. Looks like they might be able to take down Nongshim's unfortunate jungler who got left behind by the team. That is Krako's flash gone. There are no objectives at this point. Let's see if Nongshim can threaten a Baron or threaten anything on this map right now.
Yeah, clearly gonna go for that. We already have Fiesta setting up a possible flank angle. It's still 1 ward remaining, and Nongshim gonna try and go for it here.
Yeah, Fiesta's gonna have a pretty nice angle here. He is not on vision at all, has it correctly identified where it is, but he's gonna get rooted as that is a massive tidal wave as Krako just gonna get bubbled in front of the entire team. As you see Duckdom and Rascal, very awkward spot. They're like, do we hit the Baron? What do we do? As they cannot quite get out, as now the Renekton just going to lead the charge. Fate is desperate to push them away, but will not be able to. As Fate is going to get the 1 kill. He is actually doing a pretty good job, but not quite enough damage. So Nongshim bait the fight, and they slaughter them at the Baron. Would have been a great bait, I suppose. Fiesta not able to hit the Shuriken. Vital is still totally fine. He's willing to take this trade against Fate. This is a very broken up fight. Sylvie is just free food to the side of DRX, who are fighting here with the Baron. And Nongshim are like, no, we're just not going to fight it. We're just going to back away. We're just running away from this one. It's now 1v1 Rascal just trying to stop the back here of Fiesta as the team is pushing in. I don't think that Rascal can actually win this fight, although we do have the shield coming in. And that is a very tanky Casante, but it's not going to matter too much as this will be inhibitor to the side of DRX. Is now TP. They are going to commit to this, but Vital and Fiesta will be here. And that TP, I don't think is going to help them all that much. Here comes Fiesta, still on the chase. He's got that Proto Belt. He's getting in their face, and that is going to be another kill as the Azir goes down. This one has really gotten pretty messy, down and dirty in this game.
Gotten.
But, I mean, Fiesta is still chasing them. And I don't think they know where he is.
They don't.
He's on the Raptors. Like, I didn't even know where he was. This damage is coming in, and here comes Fiesta. As over the wall, the Cocoon comes in. Fiesta goes in, and the wombo combo is massive. But Duckdom gets over the wall. He will escape for now. Peter's getting low. Dundon's going to be taken out. And this time, Rascal's got some help from his friends. As DRX should be able to finally take out this guy, and Krako's going to eat up the entire shutdown. And the Dragon will go the side of DRX.
And that was an attempt from Nongshim. That turn initially looked beautiful. And if they kill Duckdom there, they 100% win the fight. But as it turns out, they don't. And now, DRX might win, and I need to figure out who I vote for POG for. And I don't know. I have no idea. It's a tough eval.
Okay, well he does have flash, thankfully, so he's going to survive after whatever that was. A nice engage from Rascal.
10 seconds.
Yeah, they've got this minion wave. I think DRX might just have enough. Vital is going to put up a fight as Sylvie's trying to go forward. He's got a lot of damage, but look at this. Duckdom, they're just targeting the Nexus. DRX have done it in 35.5 minutes. As they had many opportunities as well to be much cleaner and end the game, force fights, look for the ends, look for the wins, but they did not do so. Fate ended up doing the most damage in the game.
In their case, though, for Nongshim, this is fine.
If they're not going to pick the Renekton, you can just play it. It can act as a front line alongside of Maokai. We knew that Cassante was coming, of course. It was just interesting to see so much prio on the blind Sylas, especially when the Renekton worked really well, and I thought Dindin was playing it decently well.
No, I was hoping for Dindin's Gragas. Not because it's good here, because I don't think he should go. We should go for a triple AP top side. It's very bad.
Well, Impact is game number 1, as here we go onto the Rift for game 2. It's going to be a very awkward time for him. Like, maybe he could dash and flash out? Anyway, it's going to be a very good trade here for DRX. Fate is spending quite a decent amount of time down here to try to get this one. The exhaust is coming in, the flash, and the ignite will be used to try to get on top of Idol. As here comes Duckdom still going forward, and now Fiesta is here. The flash on in, as Beryl is not going to block it. And that's just going to be the end of Duckdom. First blood goes to the Lucian.
And that was such a big win already. In that way, Kroko? Well, we do see that Fate's coming. Does a prio.
Yeah.
Sylvie in trouble.
Actually trying to bait it this time, and I think it might work. Sylvie will flash away as Kroko pushes him closer to the minions, which he will repel to. And now Sylvie's just going to walk out of that one. I think it's pretty likely he would have gotten away anyway, but Kroko unfortunately does burn his flash as well, trying to pick up that kill. Not meant to be, forcing these early fights against Elise. Heard it said about support even.
Okay, maybe
I feel like the lane I hear the least
statement
about is mid.
Okay, that's true.
By the way, I'm a mid laner. But anyway, that's besides the point.
Those are the only normal people. That's what you're getting at, Velda?
No, that's not what I said. As Culling is going to come out here. He does have a couple of minions, but this is going to be annoying. As a nice dodge from Duckdom. He will have to flash, though. He's taking a ton of damage as the trade will come in, and now the root from Kroko might be enough as Peter gets pretty low. And now this is going to be interesting. I think the sustain of the Yuumi will be enough. Sylvie can't quite get the damage in. Although he is getting pretty close, actually, now. Maybe kind of that too early, as in he goes. The Tristan advances enough as it goes under the cocoon. And now Peter is not in a great spot as the Prowling Projectile, he is an expert wolf farmer, as we know. And now, Kroko's here again. It is a bit of a 4v4, teleports both being down here. Okay, we'll have the ult coming out here. Kroko trying to get on top of this Nami as she will go down, but the damage is huge from Sylvie as he will take down this area. That's a trade he'll take any day. As now Fiesta on the chase here. Kroko gonna get rooted by Silas's better Maokai ultimate as Vita will unfortunately go down to the gameplay button. Not much you can do about that. As Syndra is Syndra after all. You can see the trades are pretty nice in favor of Nongshim anyway. Fate getting pretty low. He is very tanky with this Catalyst already. Has a lot of missed skill shots. Fate continuing to trade. So, and it's okay for now, but we'd like to see some progress as here comes Vital. And he is getting in there, but maybe just a little bit too far as, okay, maybe not the look you were looking for as, well, that was pretty good. Fiesta gonna get a solo kill, and then he died and they lost.
So Fiesta is the only one not Fiesta-ing?
Yeah, he just brings the Fiesta.
Hey.
He doesn't live in it as, okay, Dominus versus Dominus. Which Dominus is better? Turns out Renekton has a lot of ways to sustain a little bit better than that Sylas.
Let's giggle.
Will win the
Okay.
1v1.
Remember when I was saying that Fiesta wasn't partaking in the Fiesta? I was wrong. I'm sorry. He is in fact part of it.
And that's all good and fine. As okay, Sylvie is trying to take the enemy red buff. Well, he's pretty strong, but he is going to die as now Fiesta is basically a raid boss still, even after the last fight. He's got a lot of health with that rod as Duckdom is in so much trouble. The bubble is huge, and down he will go as Dundon throws the cat over the wall. And that's just 4 kills, just like that. DRX thought they could Fiesta with the Fiesta. They were wrong.
They had no idea that Nongshim has been Fiesta-ing for a year.
This is their comfort zone. Why are you putting them in their comfort zone?
Rascal teleports, but it's already too late, Valdez.
Here we go again. Kroko's caught on the wolves. He did not have flash, actually. He was walking towards that wall. I thought maybe he did. Okay, what could go wrong with Nongshim doing Baron? Seems like maybe they're not going to go for it this time. 21, oh, well, I say that. Sylvie is going to start that. And here comes Vital and Peter. He does have a lot of experience tanking this Baron, this series.
Hey, and remember when I said Dundun is exactly there when you need to? All reliable. When the team needed him, he was there.
He's right in position, just ready
to go.
Yeah, he's waiting. It looks like, okay.
Give it up. Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know what to say, guys. Fiesta just gonna body him under the turret. Yeah, he even flashed away, did Fate, and Fiesta's like, dude, I have flash too. Okay, let's see it. Rascal, he's got Prowler's Claw. That is one dead mermaid. And one tiny step for DRX. One minuscule step. It's Rascal now. He's getting dove under the turret as Fiesta will get his revenge. And he's got a stopwatch to survive as well. Oh, man. 24 kills in this game. And yeah, I mean, they're getting a lot done with this Baron push as well. This is very early on in the game. As the slow comes in, Rascal's in a lot of trouble. He has to go forward. He's not tanky at all. Down he goes. And this might just be a quick win to Gnomeshim. Although the respawns are coming in. Again, it's still very early. Might just go for the inhibitor. Let's see how far they just push this as they're trying to buff up the mid wave. They will be successful in that. Mid wave, though, is gone. Fiesta trying to get behind the Mazingo's Dundun as well. And, okay, Vital. Nope, that didn't work. As he's going to go down, and the return call comes in. Nice knock him on a Duck Dom. And that will take him out. Fate, unfortunately, not quite able to do it alone here, I don't think, as he can barely even get away from the Silas. This game is looking pretty over, as they are going to push them back in and try to bolster their KDAs at 25 minutes. Gnomeshim will take a game 2.
The Dragon, when they just didn't need to.
DRX, I think they need to, like, they need a closet of drawing boards to go back to. Like, they are looking very, very lost.
But I do think the composition of DRX, if they play accordingly, is quite good. You have good 1-3-1, you can team fight as well, you have a lot of power there. Top half of the map, I wouldn't mind if you look for early 2v2s.
Well, here we go, on to the Rift for game 3. Here we go. Bottom lane, if you guys were watching yesterday, if you weren't, and you don't want to get spoiled, hold that thought. Vital is going to get aggroed on here by Fate. Lands those chains, and he gets quite low. He will have to use his Ghost, which, by the way, he did take alongside a Flash. Pretty common.
Barely won challengers, right? Like they won, surely, but their journey was very unexpected. Teams like T1 and D+ or DK were very, very clear favorites, and it was kind of shocking that they made it to the finals in the first place. And being up like a team like that as Dogdom goes in.
Gonna get exhausted here. Just a bit of a extended trade. Even Ignite will be used onto Vital. So they trade a couple of support summoners. But still ends up being a nice health trade, I suppose. Duck Dom and Barrel. A bit more sustained with the Yuumi, of course.
As now, Sylvie also making his way towards the bot lane, just making sure that his bot lane isn't in trouble. But Sivir, obviously, especially post first back, as long as she has mana, very adept to clearing waves. As here they go again.
Barrel does have to get healed by Duck Dom as the two junglers this time going head-to-head. Barrel is about one shot away as Sylvie's doing a good job. Fiesta going to get here first onto Krako, who is forced to flash over the wall, not able to dash over that one. So nice little trade to the side of Gnomeshim.
Armor, not going to do too much, but as we get later into the game, Dundun in particular really going to benefit.
Oh, Dundun is getting in there, but did he go a little bit too far? No, he did not! He's going to get the jump on a Rascal, and he solo kills the solo kill king.
Personally, wouldn't have minded it if he played that a little bit slower and kept it so they can either pressure very heavily in mid and try to use the or rather in the side lane and use the teleport that way. As
Sylvie a little bit caught here. He's going to get, oh, that's going to sail wide as the flash is used by Sylvie. So nicely done to get out of there, but Sylvie does have to blow his flash as now he's coming back. He does have the Yumi with him. Peter trying to help him out here. The slow coming in, and they're kind of baiting this one into the Vi as Sylvie just will not die. The Yumi is just keeping him alive, and Fiesta's play is massive.
Is exactly the problem that we're talking about as Fiesta.
Yeah, Fate's gonna get it this time as, oh, a little bit of a mess up on the shuffle. I hope he feels like the plate itself is worth it because he did get revenge killed by Fate here. Yeah.
He's gotten 0 resources this game, as might have a fight here, Valdez. As
top lane doesn't count.
Ooh, Rascal coming over, but Dundon going for the TP.
Oh, and Fate's got his Vi ultimate. It's going to CC 2 of them, but Fiesta gets pretty low. There are so many members trying to get on top of this Azir. They can't quite, as Dundon is in the face of 4 of them taken down, as Rascal will finally take the Azir out of the fight, but is it worth it? It took so long. As you see Dundon leading the charge here, Vital is going to get pretty low. In goes Rascal once again. The flash comes in, the counter-strike onto 2, and the ult is not quite enough damage, and they bait DRX back into this one as another knockup comes in, and Fate will just barely live.
With the Herald available, can go for the certainty, as that's Azir.
Very obvious what Rascal was trying to do, as this knockaway will get him away from the counter-strike, as Fiesta kind of just laughs at both of them. And a teleport will be forced here from Fate once again. By the way, we do have the Infernal in 2.5 minutes. And Dundon and Fiesta should have their teleports ready for that. He did go down below half health, so he's going to use his Rift Herald recall. Uh-oh. Viol's going to come in, but this time the teleport advantage will be to the side of Gnomeship. Isn't enough, though. Dundon is so fed here, as Fate is like, please give me a kill. Oh, no, he's going to go down. He tries to trade it here on a Sylvie, who is forced to take it down.
And they're desperately hanging on to this. I don't think they can defend this.
Yeah, they can't defend it. Thought maybe DRX were just going to go in and try to kill them, which I don't think would have worked.
That teleport, the teleport usage in general from DRX, just as maybe a little sad. Rascal literally teleporting for maybe a quarter of a screen.
They know where he is.
Position now.
Okay. Dundon going to be in position. Can he stop this, though, as Sylvie has to flash away, and Vital is kiting it back so excellently. The Yumi ult keeps the 2 of them right in front of the Sivir to just keep firing shots into them. A perfect kite back. They knew that Rascal was behind them as well.
Valdez, this is 4 versus 5.
Yeah.
Fiesta wasn't even there. He was getting his benchies. He was shopping.
He is very strong. No, it's not all about the Yumi. Either way, Gnomeship are in an excellent spot now. So now it's 5v4 in their favor. Just going to take down the mid-tier 1.
Is really going to benefit you as... Oh boy. TP's available for Fiesta.
So they're trying to collapse onto Dundon. Yeah, I think I'll just leave it at that. There's not much else to say. Rascal's just dead. The TP does come in. Fiesta does a great job of punishing them. That was a little bit jank. You know, it's okay. It can't be 100% all the time. Nice try, Fiesta.
That's Soul.
And it is Soul. And, you know, it's, you know, I'm making jokes about it, but it's actually a huge mistake. It's a big problem. It means that Gnomeship are in a fantastic spot now to win this game, as Dundon single-handedly can easily zone these 2 away. Fate comes over. It's fine. He's got the rest of the team behind him. Now he's got a Yumi on his back. His Fate is in a little bit of trouble. He's going to be pushed back, ulted back straight into Fiesta and into Vital. Nice push over the wall by Fate, but might not be enough as the chase still continues. Yumi ults pretty much everybody, and Dundon, he did get below half health, and that's it. He gets a double knockup. Massive play from him. He wants to go home early after this one, channeling a little showmaker himself. As he continues to push, the Infernal Soul might just do the trick.
Oh, Reliable putting the team on his back here, Valdez says. Man, I was impressed with what Sylvie was doing with a Yumi on his back. Dundon showcasing why Cassante is getting higher and higher in priority, maybe on the table for a couple of nerfs. Wouldn't be a bad thought, but
they're
overall...
They're not going to back.
No, they're going to try and end this.
Gnomeship, they know. They got this. The Assault and Battery comes in. They just put him into the ground. Rascal could do nothing this game. And, you know, He opted into this one as well. They continue to push. The wave is here. Fiesta is low. They don't seem to care as in goes the Silas. But the cat is on the back trying to get the heals in. Fate will go down. And Dinte just doesn't take damage. He is healing as Duckdom is hitting him. He is doing more damage to Duckdom than Duckdom is doing to him just by being hit. And Dundon will put an end to this one. Massive game from Nongshim. You can see as the series went on, they just got more and more comfortable and happy. And they absolutely deserve to take this 3-0, Chronicler.
Well,
yeah, because, you know, it's such a huge moment. They get their first LCK win as a squad. What more could you ask for? A pretty clean goal difference graph. Accelerated very nicely there at the end. And DRX just had nothing.
In this meta, in terms of what's standard, the Lux is the one, but as I said, double 80 lane. It's a double 80 lane. This is not even like cool or funny or special anymore. It's actually
I thought it was funny.
Try to stave off that Victor pressure early because they're going to have bottom side prio is the idea. This top side matchup we haven't seen really in the LCK. We've seen it in Challengers. We've seen it in other regions, and it's one that...
On the side of DRX, let's see how it goes as we hop on the rift for game number 1. It's important to dodge these Mantra Qs early. Going to allow you to get a lot more lane presence. As well.
just show up right after the wave.
Or just, you know, miss everything. Beryl is going to get flashed on, as he will have to flash away and barrier and heal, as Moham is not messing around.
Beryl taking a strange path there to avoid that damage, and then finds himself having to flash because he's on the wrong side of the lane. Halo Blades Varus at level 1, no joke. And
Comet Caitlyn too. You just get so much value out of them.
You get money early as Croco unseen.
Yep.
This could be a disaster.
It's not a lot of gank assist from his lane, but maybe he can do it by himself, as he is going to get on top of Taeyun here and then just attack the Moham as he will go down. First blood, no flash on the Karma, so definitely the right call, as here comes Youngjae. It is a 2v3, and Taeyun's already getting low, so he's even going to eat a chunk here. You can see they were definitely considering going back on that one, as not going well for the Kwangdong Freaks bottom lane so far.
Yeah, not so much. At least he does a ton of damage to them there. Taeyun does with that last volley. He's going to catch this wave. And by we, I mean a society.
We a society.
Yeah, we live in a society, Valdez.
Yeah, there's no flash here, and there's no ghost even. He went Ignite. Dudu, I think he's just, I don't know. He doesn't have his needles. There's no way to get out of this. Oh, it's going to be 2v1s. Pretty elementary here. Rascal going to take that one down.
I just want to tell everyone, if you do this, because I know if I tell you not to, some of you will anyways, hold on.
Yeah, they're just too far up the lane with no wards here, as we do have the Wukong, though, coming in, and maybe Croco just overstayed his welcome. They're not able to take down Moham in time, as the kiting will begin, but...
Don't build Gale Force or whatever the recommended items tells you to build, because it's confused and doesn't know. And also, please buy the support item. This is not just a, oh, cool, I get to play AD carry and get a faster Q. No. Buy the support item, and then buy Umbral.
Oh, angle a little bit off there. Nice try from Rascal. Needles were available. I think there was a chance for Dudu to even win that fight, but either way.
Yeah. Fortunate, but not too impactful in the grand scheme of things. As Beryl takes a huge Mantra Q.
Oh, Youngjae's in a lot of trouble. Has to Cyclone here, but we got second part of the ult, and that is enough damage. Fate clean, as Youngjae kind of just ran right into him without vision for both teams.
Yes.
Both teams are desperate for those Drakes. As many of them as possible. Yes, please, they say. As Bulldog might be forced to flash here, there is a lot of damage and a trap. Can he even flash? Okay, he will. And Beryl's just gonna die. Eats a turret shot, and Bulldog's like, yep, that's for me. Thank you very much.
Really overstepping his bounds there. He crossed a line.
How did the trap not get Bulldog? I'm curious.
Yeah, we'll have to watch that again. Looks like he didn't quite step on the hitbox of it completely there.
Maybe... Yeah, I guess. Because it's there on the ground.
Yeah.
You see it on the minimap, it just disappeared.
It's very bizarre. So this is the catch onto Youngjae. Fate's got this set up. If the Warriors Trickster blocks that, then he actually doesn't get this kill, but unfortunately a little bit late on that one, and Fate picks it up. So watch this one more time as Bulldog gets hit.
Getting the zoom in. Oh, the trap! What is that?
Oh, it's just too low.
It was like to the right of him.
Yeah, it was like not even close actually. That second.
Oh, here comes Fate. He's like, I heard you talking about me. Both Fate and Croco really stepped it up. This is really good to see from DRX. They look like a whole new team.
Yeah. They're going to look for the Rift Herald now. Taeyun rotates over. And, I mean, this is matched by Sivir. This is a really tough fight.
Beryl gonna get stunned up. The Sedge ult does come out as Fate is way in the back line. He's looking for Mohawk, nearly takes him out, but he was kind of alone. And now the Needle's going to be pushed forward in the forest. Taeyun just executes him there.
Do some extra damage there. We're past plates for sure. Definitely not the right call here as Fate finds Moham, decides to delete him. Very nicely played. Even with the root coming through, still gets all the damage off first. And then Beryl takes a ton of damage here. Croco's half health, and Fate wants to get in the back line. But Sivir isn't here. Taeyun shows up, and you know Taeyun is going to be here faster, and they still hard commit to this without the tools necessary to actually win it. Just a really peculiar macro decision here from DRX. They come up empty, give a lot of gold over.
I mean, look at the vision for Kwangdong. It's like they have a blindfold on, like they have no idea where they're going. They see Croco in front of them, and immediately it's like, oh, there's Fate in the back line as Youngjae again gonna get super low. This time he will survive though, as the chains come in. Fate not necessarily gonna go down though, and they do push the enemy jungler out of this one.
A Bulldog now, unfortunately, all alone. He gets caught by Rascal on the TP.
Yeah, he's gonna be pushed farther by Rascal, and now Dudu's here. And the Needles are coming out, so Rascal is just kind of dead meat, although he is still on the run, and he's getting out of here. Everybody just refusing to die in this fight.
As in live, I got scared something was going to happen all in wise bottom side. It's just going to be a turret.
Just Cassante.
It's caught by the TP.
Okay, well, it's Beryl. It's support Caitlyn getting bullied by Youngjae, and Rascal nearly died on the bottom side of the map. So we didn't get to see all the scrap.
Group around Baron right now for Vision. Fate's going to clear this one out. They have a big rotation up with Beryl. Croco on the edge.
Man, Youngjae has taken so much damage in this game. He is just being bullied. He's trying to get it back into Fate, who is nearly burning down, and Youngjae lives again as the chains come out. And once again, Beryl is going to be just burned down. Duckdom has to flash away as Bulldog's presence already being felt, and he just hit his 10th stack of the Rod of Ages.
This support Caitlyn has not been able to find anything outside of lane. And even the laning phase wasn't perfect. There were definitely some shaky moments there, but
there's something lurking in the shadows, Wolf, and unfortunately Duckdom is going to be the target, as he does not have any way to get out of this. He does not have flash. A fantastic flank comes out from Youngjae playing around the vision, and Kwangdong are beginning to get this avalanche going.
Can't spell Shield of Wukong. It's not gonna happen. You're trying so desperately to clear vision as DRX use that Umbreglaive in any way possible around these objectives, but you don't have actually safe defensive vision around your jungle.
Okay, Taeyun a little bit far up the lane as a little stun goes in, but that's 750 gold onto the Akali.
On either side, the DMC is this mid lane.
Yeah. Absolutely, and well, Kwangdong Freaks just gonna push out the wave. There they go, they find Beryl once again, but he will live, and Rascal also gonna get caught by Youngjae, getting extremely low, and Fate hasn't even gone in yet. He's got that shuriken onto Taeyun as well, immediately goes into the stopwatch. This could be his time. No, he's just gonna get stunned up immediately, but Duckdom in the back line trying to help out, and Bulldog is going insane mode on that back line. He's just gonna kill one AD carry, zone the other, and now he's the front line essentially as he just kind of sprints at them. That amount of utility is very, very nice.
DRX are losing out to the poke war, so every time they try to group like this, they're eventually losing to the Victor poke.
You have to engage. It's lethality Varus Victor. Otherwise, you're going to sit here and lose. And that's kind of what's going on. They're being zoned away now as Croco's ult hit the Karma, and nobody followed up.
That's turret.
Yep, it's turret going down here.
Uh-oh, some people are trapped now.
Dudu's got the mist as well, and now Beryl can't get out. Cassante here, Rascal trying to frontline, and Fate is all alone. He's just going to get needled down, as well as an arrow from Taeyun. And this has fallen apart very quickly for the side of DRX. Kwangdong are kind of bullying them as Bulldog is in the front line once again, and Duckdom this time actually will be able to tear through him a little bit there. Nearly takes down Youngjae.
Really critical they stop the Baron here, and they're going to try to take this mid push through as well, but I don't know how much value you're going to get out of that one. At least that you stop the Baron. And stop these backs, those Croc Cobra.
See if it's enough. Youngjae is getting close, but the zoning you mentioned should be good enough, especially with the traps now that Beryl is here.
No ult for Youngjae until just now.
Actually took them quite a while to get this down, but it looks like they should be able to. Youngjae getting close, but not quite in time to take the potential steal. Very big, consistent damage. He's even going to hit Rascal again. They do have to get into position for this Drake. I mean, these Infernals are big. It's Infernal Soul for Kwangdong as well. It's Fate trying to zone them. Looks like they're just going to give it away. Kwangdong a little bit of hesitation, and now Bulldog's all alone. Can he get out of this one? Doesn't look likely, as he will be left to the dogs. Taken down by Rascal. And now they're still on the chase, and yep, Dudu's alone as well. The needle's not enough. Neither is the snip.
That's not going to save you.
Huh.
We'll buy some time.
Kind of just fell apart. I think this time around, absolutely. Youngjae on the side there. Fate looking for his angle. Bulldog actually taking a big chunk from the Akali. But Fate will not have access to him with that R2. It's just going to R2 to the back of the wave.
Beryl wants one more trap. These are fading away. Resets it there. Closing the door. Youngjae wants to find an angle here.
They're taking a little bit of damage. Rascal is incredibly tanky at this point in the game, as is Croc, though. They've got some really nice flank angles, and Kwangdong Freaks just gotta press their buttons and try to get into that back line. Duckdom and Pharaoh will be zoned for a while as Taeyeon is just... What was that? He just charged Beryl and died immediately. Unfortunately for Kwangdong, that was not handled very well. DRX are going to just slap them down and should be able to take the game now.
Beryl's trap placement, the faster setup here, and those super minions, they staved pressure on Baron, because I think that's the one fight Kwangdong could take because there's multiple entry points, even with the traps there. They bought enough time for the Drake to spawn, then kited back towards it, and the desperation was real for Kwangdong Freaks. They panicked, they dove in with the Wukong, who instantly died, and this is the end of the game.
Dudu?
I think.
I think. Dudu's like a raid boss? Okay, there you go. Gotta wait for Sivir to actually attack her. And down will go the Nexus. 42 minutes. DRX able to get it done.
Has more experience than Bulldog, which sounds crazy, but he does. And Dudu was never a star. Youngjae was never a star and was spent a lot of his career on the bench. These players just didn't handle a lot of the pressure very well. DRX also had their moments, to be fair, but...
Yeah, I mean, can take the other guy, right? Between Akali and Sylas, those two somewhat similar in what they do. You have a decent amount of ultimates that you can steal away.
You have a lot of power with this Sylas pick if you steal the Sejuani ultimate, and you can obviously gain some power from the Renekton ultimate too if you steal that one away and then go into the team fight with a lot of survivability. And the follow-up range damage from the Varus from the Caitlyn. Wukong there for you too.
We're ready to jump onto the rift for game number 2. Gold. It's going to be interesting though as this game does come along. I think that Kwangdong Freaks might be really relying on Bulldog to do a large majority of the damage in this game.
More utility-based Ashe, obviously, in this style of composition. Can do a lot of damage early in the lane, but it is going to be in the late game. Okay,
oh boy, here we go. Level 6 underneath the turret. Dudu takes one, has to flash away. The Ghost, though, is procced, and you're not really getting away from this Cassante easily. He does not have a slice. He does not have a dice. And instead, Rascal will have a nice dinner.
A little bit of a head tilter there from Dudu on the player cam, and a lot.
Oh, what's going on here? Beryl's going to flash. Actually, it was a huge bait. Even I got baited. Wow, Fate came in. And Kwangdong was like, wait, what the hell? You're the mid laner.
That was absolutely insane. This is really reminiscent of the game of Bulldog where he played against Faker and Faker just wasn't in the lane. And Bulldog's like, well, I'm going to kill minions. This was definitely not communicated, or if it was, the warning was not heeded by the bottom lane here of Kwangdong Freaks. Bulldog is pushing turret. He knows Fate is not there.
He's still here.
Well, this could be part 2.
Oh, there's so much stuff happening. Taehoon might just die here as the shield comes in. Waited for that one to flash in from Duckdom.
And it looked like a disaster this lane.
If they get the engage. And that if is, you know, it's still an if, but they do have a bunch of ways to get in there, including stealing an arrow. As here is the Sejuani ultimate stolen, forces a flash, and Krako wasn't done with the play. Fate was like running away. He's like, nope, Krako's going in. And all of a sudden, DRX are just tearing him apart.
This is starting to be really disastrous here.
Yeah, extremely late, and more plates for the Varus. They're trying to get Bulldog dead, understandably. I mean, this guy, okay, Beryl, yeah, he's just dead. This time it wasn't a bait.
Beryl's just misunderstood, Valdez, you know?
He's just too smart for everything.
Yeah, he's just... His team just doesn't get him.
Renekton might be dead. Dominus possibly going to save him here, but Rascal going for the kill under the turret.
One of those or the Cloud, which could be pretty massive, is Rascal.
No ult for Rascal. He doesn't have an easy way out of this one. Although Youngjae does not have his ult either. The stun comes in, the flash from Dudu, and it is enough to take down the Cassante.
Fortunately, Krako not there for him when he was up that far in the lane. He's on Wolves right now. So he's just kind of left out alone.
Here we go. Beryl's about to run into that turret. Fate's here. He's ready. He's got Nash Arrow. Looks like they're trying to get onto Moham, but a nice little dash, and the Montague not going to be enough anyway, as Beryl actually does tank that up. And Bulldog is getting a free lane, but if this were solo queue, Kwangwon Freaks' bottom lane would have already left the game.
Yeah,
If he does want to join this fight, is Krako going head-to-head with Youngjae, the tankiness being very annoying for him. Krako just going to be 100-0'd. And so now we have Rascal teleporting into this one, but is straight on top of 5 members of Kwangdong, and he can't get away from the Ashe. Well, he's trying. Looks like he will eventually.
I think DRX need to let this one go. They don't have any real way to contest.
Yeah. Well, Fate is here. Maybe he could do something. Some low health bars, and Rascal is incredibly tanky.
No way.
A double knockup. He's doing so much damage into that bottom side of the Kwangdong Freaks.
Duckdom is just untouched.
Yeah. Oh man, Fate gonna get flashed away from here.
Out like 20 seconds ago. Now they're gonna look for a dive here on the Bulldog.
Uh-oh. Krako, you're in a little bit of a wonky spot. He just cyclones. He's like, well, I gotta do something, as Youngjae just goes straight into him with 5 members of DRX right there. So he just immediately gets blown up. And again, I mean, I think the damage is just too much. This Beryl is getting pretty close to the sun, trying to set up that trap line.
Look at how quickly they can clear these control wards, though, with his Umbro Glaive.
Yeah. The heal used here, as they're actually, like, trying to push them out of this one, but... And yeah, I mean, DRX, it looks like everybody, not just DRX, both teams are really gearing up for this fight. As the teleport looking at Rascal's so tanky, I mean, they're going on to Cassante. That's not the guy. Has so many stuns and stuff used into him. Bulldog finally gets here, but I'm not sure if he's enough damage again. As I said earlier about this draft, like, he's alone, and now he's gonna get arrowed and 100-0'd. Look at how much damage Fate is doing. This is a total wash, as DRX are just gonna wipe the slate clean, except for Dudu, as he will just awkwardly spin away.
So
actually a raid boss.
Bulldog, I'm sorry, man. This turret's not gonna keep you safe.
It's just gonna die. I mean, okay, Youngjae's here, arrow into the face of Krako's clone, as Bulldog is going to go into the Zhonya's. And he didn't get his Chaos Storm out before that, unfortunately. It doesn't matter, as both of them will go down, looking pretty helpless right now for Kwangdong Freaks. This one a much cleaner game for DRX after Fate apparently just flipped a switch.
Yeah.
Just wriggling around.
Come at me!
Now he's like, you want to focus on me, right? Not the Baron. In goes Dudu, as he will get into the pit, and huge Gore Drinker damage. It doesn't matter. As actually, Beryl got the kill onto the Renekton, and now you're not getting away from this guy, as Silas is incredibly sticky. And yeah, they're just going to be chased down. Moham is level 9. Fate is level 16.
Bye.
And then there was more, but we didn't think that was suitable for live audiences.
Well, live more is happening too.
Okay. Duck Dom with a cheeky little stopwatch.
They're mad at Barrel.
I mean, it's working. You know, they're using everything on Barrel as Rascal and Fate are gigantic in this game. They're just pressing their buttons and smacking them with their wallets now, and their massive amount of levels. And that's all they got. Pongdong Freaks, they gave it one last shot. They're not going to drag this one out. Looks like DRX as well will just put them out of their misery. That's going to be it. An ace comes through as Fate, you know, why not? Couple more kills. Sure, Buffo for those stats. He definitely needs it, as it feels like we finally got good Fate back, which is, I think, great news for DRX.
Yep. 9-0-6, 25 stacks.
10 stacks on Rod of Ages.
Yes! Early on the Shadow Flame.
What a stopwatch.
My man.
What else can you say? As you see that Duck Dom's just hitting the Nexus, he's not having any of that. No trolling. DRX, a relatively clean 2-0.
Okay, we're going to play it a little bit better this time. We're going to utilize this pick much stronger. And had they tried to play Akali, I think they might have lost this game because we were like, okay, is it Akali or is it Sylas? Because the Akali can't just walk bottom side and get that stun and win the game. But Fate on Sylas, yeah, he could. And he did, and he should pick up POG.